sorry that I'm filming my intro a little bit differently, but I forgot to film it while I was at my desk and I don't want to move everything to film it. So yeah, today's look is going to be a Halloween collab Hocus Pocus Sarah Sanderson look with my dear friend on YouTube, AllyBrianne. She did ask me to do this collab a couple of days back, and I was like, of course, I would love to, because it gives us both an advantage to, or take advantage of, using our ColourPop Hocus Pocus palette. So this is our second look using the ColourPop Hocus Pocus palette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, before you watch my video, please go check out Ally's video and her channel. Her channel name is AllyBrianne. I can't wait to see her Sarah look, and she's just been killing it this Halloween season. And I've been doing some more Halloween looks here and there, so I will have a couple up within the next week. I just really couldn't get them up until Halloween week. So, but I'm really excited for them, and I hope you guys enjoy them, and I hope you guys enjoy this look, and I hope you guys enjoy both of our videos, and let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so for this video, I'm going to be jumping into a voiceover. I wasn't feeling the best earlier, and plus, while I was filming this, I was watching Ally and Max's live, and I didn't want to miss it, so that's why I just decided to do a voiceover for this. So first, I'm just going to start off by priming my eyes with my Smashbox 24-hour primer, and then I applied my ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil and Dewdrop off camera, and then I set my eyes with my Marc Jacobs Duo with the light side off camera as well, just to save some time. But yeah, I was listening to their live while I was doing this because I wanted to support them. So after that, we are going to jump into the Gather Around Sisters Hocus Pocus palette from ColourPop. So the first shade I'm going to be going into is the shade Hello Salem. I pretty much start off with this shade for every look that I do with this palette because it's pretty much like one of the only like transition slash like crease colors that I use for, I mean, I've been using a couple of other ones, but this one is the one I mainly start with. So I'm just going to buff that in my crease first. I'm just going to do one eye and then I'll buff it out on the other eye. I'm using my Lime Crime crease brush, which is my favorite crease brush ever. So I'm just going to blend that out in windshield wiper motions. There is a lot of kick up on these eyeshadows. That's why there's like kick up flying everywhere. Just be mindful of that. But there's absolutely no fallout on your face. There's just kick up from the pan. So you can't always judge it that way. Okay. So then the next shade I'm going into is the shade Come Little Children. It's this really beautiful, like cool toned brown glittery shade. And I thought this was perfect because I kind of like picture Sarah wearing like cool toned colors, and this palette is a good mix of a couple of warm tones and cool tones as well, excuse me. So I thought that this was a good shade to define the crease with, so I'm just going to apply that with my Too Faced brush that I use all the time to define my crease. And again, there's kick up flying everywhere, but yeah, I didn't want to make it exactly like Sarah, but I wanted to do her justice and come as close as possible. So hopefully I came across. That came across, not I came across. Okay, so then I'm going to be going into my outer corner shade, and I'm going to use the black the black matte with glitter in it called I Call It a Bus, which is so funny. I love it. I love that. I'm so happy that I watched the movie again, so I'm going to use that for my outer corner shade. I'm just going to blend it out. I really like working with this black because it's not a difficult black to work with. I think it doesn't overpower the look. I think it just adds a really beautiful definition to the look. It doesn't really, like, I know some people are scared of black, but I feel like this is a good black to use. So then after that is blended out, I'm just going to apply my NYX glitter glue off camera. So I just did that. And then I'm going to go into my lid shade, and I'm going to be using the shade called Goodbye Cruel World. And it's a like brown shimmer, like this cool tone brown shimmer. It's so pretty. And I thought that it was perfect for this look. So I wanted to use that one for Sarah. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid, and then I'll do the same on the other eye. And this one is actually like a really good metallic in this palette. This one kind of builds up. Sorry for yawning. I really didn't sleep well, and I'm literally recording the voiceover on the same day that I filmed the video because I had plenty of time because I stayed home today as well because the debate is on tonight. But yeah, let's not get into that. So after we are done with that, we are going to go into the brow bone highlight, and the shade I'm using is called Full Moon. This one is not a matte. It's like a matte with shimmer in it, and I've just been really enjoying it. I use it every single time when I use this palette on my brow bone, and I'm really glad that they put that shade in the palette. It's a really pretty brow bone highlight. So that is pretty much it for the eyes, and then I'm going to apply some liner. So I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner, I think it's called. Forgive me if it's the wrong name, but I'm just too lazy to get up right now. I'll probably look it up. But I'm going to apply that on both of my eyes because she does wear pretty dark black eyeliner, so I wanted to apply that. So I'm just going to put it on my right eye, and then I'll do the left eye off camera. Sorry, I'm just looking up the name of the eyeliner real quick. Then I'm going to apply my Urban Decay Lash Freak, and I'm going to apply a couple of coats for that because I wanted to prep my lashes to apply falsies. I think it's called the Super Fat Eye Marker, if I'm not mistaken. I never read the label, but it looks like that's what it is. I don't think it's the fat one, though. It has a thin felt tip. So I'll have to look that up later. Maybe it was that one. So I'm just going to coat my lashes with that, and then we will apply the falsies off camera because you guys know I am terrible at applying falsies. So the falsies I'm going to be using are the Spooky Babe Cosmetics Spider Legs lashes. Unfortunately, Spooky Babe Cosmetics is not a brand anymore. She did close her website. I think it's because her glitter gels like wouldn't last. I mean, I'm sure like it was probably too much work for her to keep up with the business. I'm just so happy I was able to try out these lashes and that the owner sent these to me for free because I had told her I only wanted like a couple of glitters. Sorry, I was laughing at Allie in the live because I was still watching it. But yeah, now I'm going to apply them. I think I tried to apply it on camera, and I accidentally applied the right lash to the left side. So I fixed it off camera, but that's what you get when you're trying to do it on camera. See, now I fixed it. So then I just primed my face with my MAC Prep and Prime Cucumber Fix Plus, and then I used the Fenty Beauty primer to prime my face, and then I'm going to go into the MAC Pro Longwear waterproof foundation in the shade NW13, I believe, and I'm going to apply that as my foundation because Sarah has a pretty pale complexion. She has the palest complexion out of all of the witches, so I wanted to make my skin pale, so I wanted to use this foundation. This is pretty much my go-to foundation. For most of these collabs, I used it in my Maleficent look, and now I'm using it in this look as well. So I'm just going to buff that out with my ColourPop sponge. I forget which one this one is called, but I think it's the... I can't remember, but it's like the one that's supposed to be for concealer, but it's so good for blending out foundation as well. I love it. So I'm just going to buff it out. Still trying to find the name of the eyeliner. I think it's the Super Fat Liner. I just don't see it on Ulta's website. So I'm just going to keep on buffing that out. Sorry, I spent a while doing this. And then I'm going to jump into my concealer. Oh, bless me. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my e.l.f. concealer, and I'm going into the lightest shade they have available. I believe this one is called Fair Warm, and I'm going to apply that in my T-zone area. I really love this concealer for like full coverage looks, so I'm just going to buff that out with the same sponge. And it blends out so nicely with this foundation. This is why I hate doing voiceovers, because I feel like I run out of what to say when I do a voiceover. But when I'm like doing a talk through video, it's like so easy for me to just ramble on about everything. But in a voiceover, I'm always like, what do I say next? But, you know, that's why I don't do them very often. But it does make the video a bit shorter, so yeah, just buffing that out. Okay, so once I have that blended out, I'm going to go into the concealer to conceal my under eyes. So I'm just going to, you know, just dot it on because, again, this concealer is pretty full coverage. So that's what I'm going to do for that. And I'm just going to blend it out with the other side of the sponge. And again, it's a pretty full coverage foundation, which I do love for these types of looks. My nose is so irritated right now. I don't know why. Maybe because from taking off all these makeup looks, it's kind of irritating my face a little. So I'm just going to buff it out on both under eyes, obviously. And then once we have that blended out, we'll work on the lower lash line. Okay, so once I have that blended out, I'm going to go into the shade, I call it a bus, for the lower lash line because she has a pretty dark, like pretty black lower lash line, so I wanted to go into the black shade in the palette to apply underneath the eyes. So I'm going to use that and just blend it out and smudge it out on my lower lash line. It's a really pretty black. I love it. I'm glad I was able to use it more in this look. And I think it works perfectly for Sarah's smoky lower lash line. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Sorry, there was a lot of kick up from that shade because it's black and it was getting all over the inside of the palette, so I was just blowing it away. So I'm just going to finish buffing it out on the lower lash line. Okay, and then I'm going to add, you know, some black liner to my waterline just so I can make it look more connected and there's no like empty space in my waterline. And the eyeshadow, so I'm going to use my Maybelline Skinny Liner in the shade Black, and I'm just going to line up my waterline. And I do this all the time, obviously, just to make it even more smoky and black. Okay, and then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go into my inner corner shade. I pretty much use this shade all the time from this palette in my inner corners because there's not really another inner corner shade in this palette, so I'm going to use the shade Wench, which is kind of perfect for this look because it's like a cool toned, like silvery taupey shade, and it's such a pretty shade. I love it. So I'm going to use that on my inner corners. I'm going to take my lime cream brush and just apply it to both inner corners, obviously. It's such a pretty shade. And then I coated my lashes off camera with some of my Maybelline Lash Discovery mascara on my bottom lashes, and then I'm going to go into my bronzer. I've been loving this bronzer from Haus Labs. This is the Savannah bronzer, so I'm going to use that. It's just such a beautiful bronzer, and maybe I should have went in with a darker one or like a more pigmented one, but honestly, Sarah's complexion doesn't really have too much face makeup. It's honestly like, I mean, I would think that she was wearing a tiny bit of bronzer, but she doesn't even really have like blush and highlight. I mean, definitely not highlight, but I didn't even really see blush on her face. So I just added a pretty subtle like blush, but I also wanted something a bit pinky, kind of to tie in the colors of my shirt and also, you know, Sarah's outfit in the movie. It's like a dark magenta dress with like a velvet cape. So I just wanted to echo some of those colors. So I used the Nars Blush in the shade Goulet. I haven't used this blush in so long. Sorry, I was watching Max's and Ally's live, so I was commenting at that point. So I'm going to apply that as my blush. I'm not going to take too much because, again, she doesn't really wear too much face makeup at all. So just going to apply that. And then I'm going to apply my highlight, and I kind of wanted something light, but also packs a punch, but not too pigmented. I mean, these are pigmented, but you can make them like just like a subtle glow, but still packs a punch. Oh my god, the highlight went everywhere. Holy crap. I'm using the Ofra highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut, which is the Nikki Tutorials collab highlight with Ofra, and it's such a beautiful highlight. Alright, and now we're going to move on to the lips. So I'm going to use the I Put a Spell on You Lip Duo by ColourPop. And this is Winifred's Duo, so I really wanted to use it again for a Hocus Pocus look. I mean, come on. It doesn't matter if she's Winifred or not. I still wanted to use it. So the lip pencil is called Come We Fly. And I really did forget on how creamy ColourPop's lip pencils are. This makes me kind of want to pick up some more at some point in the future, because this was the first like lip liner I've picked up from ColourPop in a long time. So I'm going to use that, and then I will apply the lipstick, the coinciding lipstick, which is called Winnie, which is obviously Winnie's shade for the collection. And I'm going to apply that all over my lips. And you guys know how much I love the Luxe Lip Formula from ColourPop. They're like my favorite lipsticks ever. And when I was looking at pictures of Sarah, she does have like a darker red lip on, but I kind of wanted to amp it up with the red, like the brighter red from the Hocus Pocus collection. And again, because I really wanted to use this shade, and I think it worked perfectly. So I'm just going to finish applying it, and then all we have left is her mole, and then we are done. So after I'm done with the lips, I'm going to draw a little mole, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Skinny Liner in the shade Brown, and then I'm just going to, you know, create a little dot, and that's basically it, you guys. So I'm just going to fill it in a little bit, and yeah, then I'm just going to apply a wig and some gloves and a little hood, and we are going to be full Sarah Sanderson vibes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. So I went ahead and popped on like an older wig that I have, just because, you know, I have a couple blonde wigs in my costume chest downstairs, so I figured just to whip it out and put it on for this, and I feel like it really adds to the vibe. So it's not the best wig, honestly. It's actually too small for my head. I bought it like, I think last year, or was it the year before? I think I was Aurora last year, and for some reason I couldn't find my original blonde wig that I had bought for Aurora like a couple years back when I was Aurora for the first time. So I had to go run out and buy this one. And the entire time that I wore it last year, it was just falling off of my head constantly because it's like too small to stay on. So I have to constantly like pull it forward. I'm so glad I don't have to wear it out this year. And then I have this really, really old witch costume that I actually wore in high school, and I still have it. It still fits me. And I was a witch again, like I think like 2 years ago. See how it like constantly comes up where my hair is, but it's okay. I'm just gonna take pictures with it. I just don't want my dad to see me like this because he's right outside my window. So he'll be like, what the fuck are you doing, Caitlin? So yeah, so I was a witch like 2 years ago, so I used this headdress and gloves from when I got it when I was back in like high school, and I thought it was perfect for this because she wears like a velvet hood at some point and she has like long sleeves. So I just thought this would add to the witchy vibe. So hopefully I did her justice. I didn't want to make the lip darker because I really just wanted to wear this lip color again by itself, and I think it works. I think it's like a more glammed up version of Sarah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I had so much fun doing it. Sorry I'm a bit down in the dumps, and I just don't feel that great today, but this kind of made me feel a little bit better. So here are the eyes. I hope I made the eyes like smoky enough. I think I got that across. Let me just make sure I show you guys. And she does have a pretty dark lower lash line, so that's why I put like the eyeliner on the inside and like the black on the lower lash line. And then the cheeks, I tried to keep subtle, but you know, just to add a bit of color because she doesn't really have too much color at all on her cheeks. And the lips. And the little mole. So yeah, I had so much fun doing this. Again, please go check out Ally's channel. I'm sorry that it was a voiceover in the beginning. I love you guys. Bye. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. Please follow me on my Instagram if you would like to talk and chat. I would love to talk to you guys. My Instagram is cpw819. And please go check out Ally's look and her channel. She's amazing. Love her. And I've been having so much fun doing all these Halloween collabs with her. It's been really, really fun. So yeah, I love you guys. Bye.